think I'm live. Hello. Hope you guys are having a good Friday night. Let me see here. Just want to make sure that the sound is up all the way. So, no one is watching yet, but I'm sure some people will come, maybe, possibly, or we'll see this later because I know that I miss a ton of live streams and then I go back later and I see their live streams. So, hello. I hope you guys had an amazing week. I hope that your October is starting off well. I really hope, oh, hi, Angelica. I really hope that you've been enjoying Vlogtober. I've been doing like a video every day, not necessarily a vlog every day, because honestly, that would be very boring, I think, for most people if I vlogged like what I actually do every day. So I've been doing a video every day. Some will be vlogs, some will be like themed videos. So in tonight's kind of Vlogtober video, I thought I would do a live stream. I really like watching live streams lately, so I thought I would do it myself. And we're gonna do a Q&A. I actually have a ton of questions from people who submitted on Instagram, and then on a previous video that I never got to those questions. So I was very organized. I wrote down the questions, and this is a Coffee with Courtney series, but I'm actually drinking some decaf iced tea because it is so hot here in Miami still. I apologize if you can hear the air conditioning, but at 8 months pregnant in 90-degree weather, I need the AC on. But I thought I would share with you the tea that I'm drinking tonight is actually this one from Trader Joe's. It is the Harvest Blend. It's an herbal blend, caffeine-free, because you can have a little bit of caffeine while you're pregnant, but I've already had my allotted caffeine for today. I had some things to do at work, and I needed to drink it in the morning. So yeah, I actually just put it over ice, and it's really good. It has like cinnamon in it. Let's see, cinnamon, hibiscus, ginger, apple, chamomile, roasted chicory, and orange peel. So yeah, so I've been sipping on that. Let's see if anyone else is joining. But we can hop right into the questions. So whenever anyone watches this back, they can get right into it because I don't want to make like a hour-long video. So I'm going to start, let's see here. I'll start with some older questions that I got, and we'll move up from there. So some older questions that I got is someone asked how long my husband and I have been together, how long Cesar and I have been together. We have been together for 10 years. We started dating in April 2009, and so this past April would be 10 years, but we've been married for 6 years. Our wedding anniversary is August 31st. So, what do we got here going? So yeah, so we've been married for 6 years and been together for 10 years. Someone asked how Cesar and I met. It's like such a long story. So I feel like that should be its own story time video. It's like there's several different sides to the story, I should say. I know it sounds mysterious, but yeah, maybe I'll have to do like a story time video or something and get into that. Someone asked how Luna is doing. She is doing great. She's in the other room right now. I'm actually in the living room. This is like the window out of our living room, out of our condo. And Luna's chilling in there because every time that I film in my second bedroom / beauty / soon-to-be nursery, she starts making a ton of noise, as you guys know. And so I thought I would film out here. And also we have moved like my office area, desk area. We've moved it out here because when the baby comes, like I said, that room is going to be like the nursery area. So yeah, there'll be a crib where my desk used to be. So we'll have a living room / office. Yeah, we're just adjusting and moving things around. But Luna's doing great. We're going to take her to get her yearly checkup before the baby comes because we have this long list of things to do before the baby comes, and that's on it because we know that once we have that little one in our lives, it's going to be very hectic and hard to schedule things. So yeah, Luna's doing great. Someone asked if we had the nursery set up and if they could see it. I will definitely show you our nursery setup when it is finished, but right now it's nothing. It's just a pile of things we have. This plant right here is going to go in the nursery. This is a fiddle leaf fig. It's a fake one. Obviously, I got it at Hobby Lobby for 50% off. And so that is going to go in the nursery, as well as like some other decor items, and then our crib and like a set that has the crib, changing table, and a dresser. That is going to arrive on the 7th. So yeah, once we get our nursery set up, then I will definitely show you. We live in Miami, as most of you know, in a big city. So we have a condo, and we're not going to have maybe like an entire room dedicated to a nursery. It's more of like a large section of the second bedroom will be the nursery area. And I know that there's a lot of mixed feelings about that. But when you live in a big city, not everyone has like one like entire room for their nursery. So, but yeah, I'll show you whenever we get it all set up. Let's see. Oh, someone asked how my pregnancy is going and if they could see the baby bump. My pregnancy is going pretty well. I am 34 weeks. On Tuesday, I'll be 35 weeks. I can show you here. I'm actually wearing the same dresses in the thumbnail because I thought it's on brand, right? So I can show you here. This is what baby bump is looking like. Yeah. I feel like that over the last 2 weeks, I feel like I just like exploded. And I can feel a lot more pressure, and I feel like the baby bump is growing every day, but it's good, I guess, because the baby is growing. Oh, someone asked, do you play any sports or dance? Hi, Fiona. I really wish I danced. Really wish I had that type of rhythm and skill. My husband can dance. I don't, but when I was in I would say 3rd grade through all the way through high school, I did competitive equestrian riding. I don't know if that counts as a sport. I tried out for volleyball. I tried out for sports. I really want to be good at like team sports, but I just never was. So yeah. Now I do like workouts, and some of those involve like sporty activities. I like trying different things like boxing, kayaking, and all of those things, but I never got to play like an official sport. So yeah, but thank you. So let's see what else is on the list here. Someone asked, what is my go-to healthy meal? I would say that lately, well, let's see, I can do one for each meal. So my go-to healthy meal for breakfast has to be either protein pancakes or overnight oats. I feel like those are super easy to make, and I love them. Taste great, give you a lot of energy, and like fill you up until lunch or sustain your energy. For lunch, my go-to would have to be like a lot of leafy like greens in a salad with like every vegetable imaginable. I like to just chop up celery, carrots, whatever vegetables are in my fridge at the time, like bell peppers or those mini sweet peppers. What else? And I like to put then I like to put maybe like seeds in it, seeds or nuts, and then some sort of dressing. I've been loving like ginger-based dressings or Asian sesame dressings. Thai peanut dressings are really good. And then I try to incorporate some type of like protein in there, whether that be like, I'm mostly beans. I would say chickpeas, because during my pregnancy, for some reason, like chicken sounds horrible. Previously, I probably would have put like grilled chicken or something, but I really just like not feeling chicken during this pregnancy. So I would put some other type of like plant-based protein in there. It just sounds better to me. For dinner, I have really like, if you are a meat or fish eater, really like grilled salmon with some sort of green and quinoa. But I feel like you can just take quinoa and mix it in with any protein and vegetables, and you're like good to go for a healthy meal for dinner. So yeah, maybe I'll do a what I eat in the day video for you if that's something you want to see. I can do that. Someone asks, how do I start a new health routine? I want to get into shape. So this is a really good question. I like this because maybe 6 years ago, before we got married, I was kind of in a weird place with my health, maybe like in 2012, and I was like in this weird health limbo where I wasn't super unhealthy, but I was eating a lot of like diet foods and not eating foods that were really nourishing my body. And I knew that I wanted to start our new life as a married couple in the most healthy way possible. That's when I personally found the nutrition plan I follow now, which is Tone It Up. It's not sponsored. I've been following the Tone It Up girls since they were filming on a tripod in Manhattan Beach, since they were like, very, very first starting. But I decided to get rid of artificial ingredients, and I just committed to it. So I feel like the best way to start a health routine is to really get your mindset into, this is what I want from myself and my life, and then to kind of make some hard lines and really commit to it. Like for me, the hardest thing was to cut out artificial sweeteners, but I did it and I've never looked back, and that has been such a game changer in my health routine. So you could start by looking at what is your current nutritional intake and current health routine, and seeing like what things are not benefiting you and what things are benefiting you, and what adjustments you need to make, and then making those adjustments and just going for it. I think finding an accountability partner, finding like a community or group of people who are also on that same journey is so helpful, because they will, keep encouraging you when you want to just give up. I think also incorporating fitness in like a little at a time, like 10 minutes a day and then 15 minutes a day, and then building up to more extensive routines is a good way to get started, because you're not like trying to do too much at once. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Some sip of tea here. Let's see. Well, I'm actually getting through these kind of fast. I didn't think I would. Someone says, how do you deal with negative people at work? Oh, before I get into that, someone asked what tea I'm drinking. I'm drinking this one. It's the Trader Joe's Harvest Blend herbal tea, but I made it iced because it's still super hot here in Miami. It's really good. It's a great fall tea, really, to get you into the fall mood. And yeah. So someone was asking, how do you deal with negative people at work? Man, I have had so many different interesting work experiences where people have been negative. And I think like in my current work experience, I've really learned to listen and then speak, and kind of like really listen to the whole situation and then decide what I'm going to say, because a lot of times I think that people are negative and they're just trying to vent, and they don't have anyone else to vent to. And so once they get that negativity out, then you can kind of try to like lead them to a more positive path, and they're more willing to like get on board with thinking more positively because they were able to express their negativity, got it out, looked at it, and now moved on. I think maintaining a positive attitude and positive professional attitude is so important as well, because it's so easy to let other people bring you down and to make you feel negative. So if you stay positive and you stay motivating, that's kind of contagious around others, and hopefully that negative person will get some of that. I kind of found that sometimes really negative people find it annoying when you're positive, but just keep at it, because I don't know, I think that eventually they will see that you're happy and that being positive is happy. And you can, if their negativity is really bothering you and preventing you from doing your job, then you could, in a nice and professional way, say something like, I hear what you're saying. I hear that you're having these feelings. How can I help? Because, we're here to do this job, or, I don't want this to affect our work. So how can I help, and how can, we move past this so that we can finish our projects, or we can, accomplish X, Y, and Z. I don't know if that's super professional, like really professional, because in the work setting that I work in, I couldn't say something like, you're being really negative right now and it's affecting me. I couldn't be that blunt, but if you could, then that might be something you would say. You might say like, your negativity is really affecting me. How can I help you? So I hope that answered your question. Let's see what's next. Oh, someone asked about my best migraine remedies. So for a second here, I can talk about how my migraines have been, kind of a migraine update. That while being pregnant, I've gone through phases where my migraines were really bad. In fact, my migraines were really bad when I first found out I was pregnant, and like my emergency backup last resort migraine medication is not something you can take when you're pregnant. And so I started to feel really down and really sad and overwhelmed, and really, like, if I can be honest with you, a little bit like regretful for getting pregnant, because I was worried that I would be stuck with these migraines with nothing I can do for 9 months. Luckily, I had to do a little bit of advocating for myself with my doctors, but I was able to get into my OB or my doctor and get some guidance. And honestly, she just listened to me, which really helped a lot. And so I've been taking Tylenol. Really, when you are pregnant, that's kind of the thing, that if you have a migraine, your options are limited, but there are options. So magnesium, I've been taking magnesium, Tylenol, the express release ones, the ones that work really fast, ginger, and that's really it. Those are like my top 3 things. Depending on, I have the option, but I haven't chosen to use it yet. But there is a medication called Fioricet. I haven't gone down that route necessarily, but if you're pregnant, that is one option. Other than that, peppermint too. You can still use peppermint when pregnant. If you're not pregnant, then I say just peppermint yourself up to the heavens, because that's such a great migraine relief. Of course, sleep and dark rooms are great migraine remedies. Magnesium is good for any time. You can do like magnesium bath, like an Epsom salt bath, oral magnesium, B12. Sometimes you get a migraine if you're low on B12. What else? But yeah, also ice packs on your head are really good. I feel like that also, depending, you can try this, it's worked for me sometimes, is to soak your feet in either ice water or hot water. That is a trick that I used back when I was working on a job and I would work sometimes overnights and a migraine would hit, and I would sometimes like there was like a closet that had one of these Rubbermaid bucket type things, and I would fill it with warm water, warm to hot water, and soak my feet. And for some reason that really helped. But then since moving to Miami, sometimes soaking my feet in cool water has helped migraines. So yeah, maybe I should do a whole video dedicated to like my best migraine remedies. I think I do have one on my channel, but I could do an updated one because I'm constantly looking for new information, constantly trying to stay updated on different options. In fact, I have a video that I want to do about swollen feet because recently in these last couple of weeks, particularly yesterday, my feet were swollen so bad that I told my husband, like, I look like a monster. I look like I sprained my ankle, and I did some research and I found a way to reduce the swelling, and it worked really well. So maybe I'll have to do those 2 health videos to put up on my channel. Let's see. Someone said, my husband and I are thinking about starting a family. How did you know when it was the right time? Oh, this is a great question because I find that if you're in a relationship and are of childbearing age, then people are naturally going to ask you, when are you going to get married, or when are you going to have kids? And it can put a lot of pressure on a relationship. So when you start talking to your significant other about starting a family, really thinking about what are your goals for the next 5 years? What do you want to accomplish? And thinking about, does a child fit into that? And if the answer is no, there is nothing wrong with not pursuing it at that time. So I feel like that when my husband and I got married and we decided, like, okay, someday we want to have kids, we kind of started thinking about the things that we wanted to do before we had kids and started checking those things off. And we also were kind of thinking, okay, at that time we were living in Maryland, and we didn't really think that we were going to have a child in Maryland, but maybe. But it took a lot of conversations to really evaluate where we saw ourselves in the next couple of years, and did we see ourselves with a baby? And then I would kind of start making a plan, because you never know how long it will take you to get pregnant. For example, before we moved to Miami, we went on this big European trip, and we were like, okay, when we come back, we're going to start trying to have a baby. But then when we came back and when we moved to Miami, I mean, I will be honest that I was like, oh, Miami's kind of fun. I don't know if I want to be pregnant right now. I want to enjoy some of the things that are fun about Miami. So let's put it off. And I mean, I think that it does involve like man and woman, but ultimately like it's the woman who has to ovulate. So then we had to start that whole process of like calculating ovulation and all of that, which took some time. If you saw my video, my steps to conception, then you can get like a itemized like to-do list on how we conceived, how long it took me personally, and what I did. So there's no perfect time, but it's definitely something that you should talk to your partner about, and don't let anyone else, don't let your bestest friend tell you when it's right for you. A lot of people will suggest, like, I think you would be a great mom. I think you would be a great dad, which is true. But ultimately, it's you being pregnant or birthing a child and raising a child. So you should feel 100% like comfortable with that. Someone asked, where do you buy affordable clothing? Well, I oftentimes don't buy clothing. I really love going to clothing swaps. There's quite a few that happen here in Miami. This dress actually is from a clothing swap. So if you've never been to a clothing swap, it's really simple. You bring in your clothes that are still wearable, that's not like unwearable, not with like holes or stains. And then all of your friends do the same thing. They all bring in clothes that they aren't loving anymore, but they can still be used. And then you just kind of swap. Some of them are done in different ways. Like there'll be a limit, like 6 pieces or 10 pieces. You can do it with friends, or you can like organize it in the community. So just new friends show up, or strangers really, and you can give them tickets and then put all of the clothes out, and then everyone chooses like 6 or 10 pieces, depending on what you guys decide. I can put an article in the description box of this video whenever this live stream ends, because a friend of mine, Mary, wrote an article about how to host a clothing swap. It's really, really easy, but yeah. Other than that, I really also love to support other thrift stores and like Goodwill. I really love our local Goodwill, and I feel like that you can go in there and get things that no one else has. If you're looking for specific pieces like work clothes, or you don't want to go these clothing swap route or the thrift store route, then I would say invest in quality pieces, but look for outlets where like you can buy those pieces at a more affordable price, or like get on the email list. I know that creating like an email account just for coupons and email lists is a good idea, and then you can see when there's sales. I also try to like time if I need something specific for like a Black Friday sale or like an annual sale. I find a lot of success in finding pants at Old Navy because I'm like petite. It's hard for me to find pants. So I signed up for the Old Navy text alerts, and I'll get them like on a Friday night or a Saturday, and I'll find out when there's different sales and then buy then. What are some of my other ways for affordable clothing? I would say like investing in quality pieces in the long run is more affordable, because we've all bought something from Forever 21 or from H&M or some fast fashion place, and we wear it once, wash it, and it's like destroyed. So yeah, it's like those places are good for maybe trendy items, but really I feel like you could get those kind of items at a clothing swap or at like Goodwill, because people use it once and then donate it. Let's see, what's next one? Oh, someone asked, 5 beauty products I cannot live without. Oh man, this one's tricky, but I would say, well, 5 beauty products I cannot live without. First one is got to be a face mist, because I love a good face mist. I will mist myself 24 hours a day if I could. A good face mist followed by a really good moisturizer that doesn't clog your pores, and then followed by an eye cream. I feel like that since I turned 30, an eye cream is so essential. I can't go a day without it, and I do see a huge difference in my skin and in like this area here when I do use an eye cream. So face mist, moisturizer, eye cream. In theory, you could use the eye cream or use your moisturizer, as the eye cream. But I think a dedicated eye cream that's formulated specifically for like how sensitive your under eye area is always a good idea. Then tinted lip balm, wearing one now. I pretty much don't go anywhere without a tinted lip balm, because you can throw it on and looks good. You don't need a mirror. So definitely that. And then a good mascara. I feel like I have this theory I've talked about for years on my channel, on my blog, lips and lashes. If you don't have time for anything and you want to do a little bit of makeup, lips and lashes. That's what I do. It's like it opens up your eyes, adds a little bit of color, and you're good to go. So yeah, those are my top like beauty products. Oh, my favorite lip stains. I love the Benefit Benetint lip stain. That one has that perfect like bitten lip kind of look. Also, I have it right here. I'm not sure if they're making these anymore, but these are balm stains. This one's by Wet n Wild. Revlon's done them. A lot of different brands do these like balm stains. I love these. They're like a tinted lip balm that stains your lips. I feel like these are really easy to apply as well. Trying to think. I never got around to trying the one by Lancome, I think it was. Maybe Angelica, you can tell me. Because they had one that looked like a shaker, and it was a lip stain as well. And I hear that it's really good. And I meant to try it, but I never did. But definitely Benetint is like classic type of lip stain. Let's see. Then I have, the question is, what are your best beauty skincare products of 2019? I did one for 2018? I can't remember. I think I did a best skincare and best makeup product video for 2018. I should do one for 2019. I can't believe 2019 is coming to an end. But I would say, off the top of my head, I have really been loving facial oils, and I have a bunch of them because I think that one benefit of being pregnant is that I haven't had any breakouts, luckily, and my face has been loving I've been putting body oil and oil all over my body, but my face has really been loving facial oils, specifically squalene and vitamin C. I feel like those are two really good ones. I really enjoyed the Ordinary skincare line. The brand is like always going through kind of something, so it's kind of hit or miss on where you can get it, when you can get it. But yeah, definitely that was a huge brand that I used in 2019. I've also been loving gel-based skincare products that sink in really quickly, and like gel moisturizers for body and for face, because it's lightweight, sinks in, and then stays moisturizing your skin without like being too greasy or too or it doesn't clog your pores. What are your favorite products by The Ordinary? I love the under eye serum. It's one that has B5, I think, and caffeine, but not like a ton of caffeine, but it's just to help depuff the under eye. I mean, you only put it right here. Don't get it in your eye. I love that one. I really love they have a rosehip oil that I've used and really loved. When there's a couple of products I can't use when I'm pregnant, but their retinoid products are good. There's one that's like mixed in with squalene, so it's like a little bit more gentle. What other serums? Their hyaluronic acid serum is amazing. I love that one. What other serum was I using by them? I have them all in my cabinet. Oh, their vitamin C powder. It's the exact same thing as the Philosophy $36 one, but you get a ton of product. So I love that. What are the other serums? The niacinamide. I did a video about that one, and I like get comments on that video every single day asking like for follow-up. The niacinamide serum, I feel like it either works so well for your skin or not at all. So that one for me, I use it as a spot treatment and it works really well. But for everyone, I think like you should try for yourself, because apparently after I put out that video, I get so many questions and comments, and it's like people loved it, people hated it. So it seems a very like divisive product. I'm trying to think other skincare products that I can't. A good scrub. I love the Tree Hut. For years, I've been using the Tree Hut body scrubs, and I have really been using them in 2019. The Moroccan Rose one, the Lychee one are my two favorites. The Guava one is good. It's like a really good in shower or in the bath all over body scrub. And I feel like it just leaves your skin feeling so amazing. and then ready for like a moisturizer on top. Trying to think what else. What other skincare products? I have to really look through my cabinet because in 2019, I did do a lot of kind of experimenting. I would say collagen is something that I used a lot and am continuing to use in serum form and powder form. And I found that that has really helped with my skin this year. But I'll have to do like a compile list and really like think back to what things really benefited my skin the most this year, because oh my gosh, 2019 in like 2 months is going to be over. Well, 3 months. But yeah, so those are all of the questions that I compiled. Some of them were duplicates, like several people asked about migraine remedies. Several people asked about my current favorite skincare products. And I should do a video like my recent favorites because like I don't always have monthly favorites, and I tend to use the same products every month. A lot of people were asking about baby stuff and like prepping and the nursery, and so that further motivates me to get our nursery set up together so that I can show everyone. This weekend, one of my goals is to clean out my closet. I did it back in January, and it's embarrassingly cluttered. So before the baby comes, I'm gonna do it this weekend. I think I might include a vlog of it. I'm gonna pull everything out, really evaluate Marie Kondo style, what I wanna keep, what needs to be donated, and what is of no use and has to be thrown away. And maybe I can have a clothing swap because I might have a lot of clothes. I've been trying to keep my clothes like to not a minimum, I'll say, but like I will really pull out items that I know I'm not going to use, and then I will put them in like a tote bag that I take to swaps, because I go to swaps quite a lot. In fact, most of my maternity, I haven't bought any maternity clothes. I've just like gone to clothing swaps, and instead of wearing, I'll just size up one. But I'm kind of I'm a petite person. I don't know if that comes off on camera. And so maternity clothes, I've tried my size, and it's super long. It doesn't fit. The like belly part is like up over my boobs. So I just haven't had any luck finding maternity clothes. So I've had to just buy regular clothes or swap regular clothes. And so far it's worked for me. Maybe I can get it to work these last 5 weeks of my pregnancy, hopefully. But yeah, that's on my agenda for this week or for this weekend. And so then whenever like the other kind of nursery and crib items come in, I can show you our setup. I can definitely do a video organizing my room, and just don't judge me because it is, I'll admit, like it's a disaster area in there. There's just like purses and clothes and shoes, and I even have like a changing pad, for the changing table, like thrown in my closet. So we'll have to create an honest, judgment-free zone. But I also want to go through it too, because I like have a bunch of jewelry and things that I've been looking for, and I know that it's in there, but I just can't find it because it's a cluttered mess. And yeah, I feel like that we have to come to the realization that the baby stuff has to go somewhere, and we have like spots scouted out, but yeah, we're gonna need more room for that. I also want to go through and organize all of my beauty products, and I was going to do a video about that so long ago, and I just got sidetracked. That's one thing that one of my goals for this whole Vlogtober thing is to write down a list of videos that I've been meaning to do, and then just film them so that I can get them out. And I'm thinking to pre-film some videos for when the baby comes so that I can still get those out, or I can at least have them filmed, and then when the baby is here and I'm like between feedings and naps, I can edit here and there, and and release those as well. Just you never know. I hear two things. I hear like, oh, you're going to have a lot of like downtime between feedings and naps. And I hear like, you're never going to have any downtime. So who knows what's going to happen. It's an adventure we're going on. But yeah, I guess it's been 40 minutes. I can't believe how long that time has passed. But I guess I should wrap things up here so this is not like an hour-long live stream. But thanks to everyone who's joined me. And if I didn't get to your question or I didn't answer your question, then leave it in a comment down on this video and I can do another Q&A and I can do another live stream and answer it there. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great Friday night. I'm gonna go get in my pajamas now and put my pregnant lady feet up and call it a night. Thanks so much for joining me here, and I'll see you again in my next Vlogtober video. Good night.